Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Lilies and Tomatoes. We've got our favorite challenger back, Roger. Roger, tell everyone how everything went with your peas. What did you make with them?
What did I make with them? Actually, I follow your advice, which was to buy a tray like this, yeah, to buy some soil and to buy some dry peas, which they I can't get this one, but dry peas, yeah, not that, okay, and to plant them so I put them in the kitchen on top of the cupboard. I left the light on during the day, and there was a light from outside from the big window. So they grew up for about. So at the moment, what's left of it is this. Yeah. So I cut them, and then I add them to it. And the way I did it is that when I do my own cooking and all that, I tend to add some onions and mushrooms from the frying pan, and I added that probably for just a minute or under in the frying pan, and I add it with the rest of the vegetables that were just boiled. Yeah, so I put that all together, and it was nice. And you know what? This is nice. I like it that way, so I'm going to carry on growing it. But I think there is at the moment. And then normally, I think, as you explained before, you can grow that 2 or 3 times in it, but
Mhm.
it's not grown since. Um, and probably because we are moving into the winter, and the lighting from outside is not what it is, because sometimes the weather is so bad that it gets quite dark, even though we are in it's a day. So that's probably why it didn't grow as much. So how can I solve that problem?
Okay, so you definitely want to look into getting a grow light. You don't need anything expensive, just an LED grow light bulb that has all of the light spectrums on it will be perfect. And then that one light bulb should be enough to grow multiple things at the same time. So as long as you have it centrally above it, you should be able to grow more pea shoots and whatever else I challenge you to grow. But it sounds like you need more light. I do this in my house without, like, in a lot of places without extra lights, but I change the light bulbs in my house so they're brighter. So
Yeah,
they're not standard lights. They're not grow lights, but they are bright, like daylight level light bulbs in my house. So I could grow little things all over the place.
right. Because I'm thinking about the room I can use, or even the kitchen. The light is not going to be as such right on top of it. So
Mm-hmm.
probably if so, when I get my grow light, I'll have to find a way to make sure it's like just for
Yeah.
the room, isn't it?
You can
So
get they have their desk lamps. It's a cheap lamp. It's got a clip on the base and a flexible neck. So
yeah,
you can clip that to the table where you have them and then turn it down so they're like facing towards your plants, and that would
yeah,
be perfect.
yeah. So what do you call like that thing too?
The flexible neck.
Oh,
Uh,
flexible. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see what it is. I see what it's like. Yeah, and so when I go to the gardening center, I don't really want to buy it online. I would rather speak to somebody. Uh,
mhm.
and well, if I can, because of the confinement, but hopefully that's still part of the shop we can go. Um, and I was going to say, right, yeah. So yeah, I would like to carry on doing this as well because it's quite nice and it's green. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then I'm sure there is no chemical in it because I grew it myself.
exactly. And
Yeah,
so based on your experience, it sounds like you're in low light, you're only going to get one growth out of them.
yeah,
And then at about the month point, it's either going to stop growing and die, or because it's not going to grow again, you don't have enough light.
yeah.
So you're
That's the
definitely going to want to start a second one and stagger them. Like start one like the first weekend of the month, and then start a second one the second weekend of the month or the third
yeah.
weekend of the month. So then you can always have them.
Okay, so I need another tray like this, and then if
Yeah.
if you want to alternate. Okay, so I do that because I've got plenty of soil left. Yeah. And then now the other challenge, I needed to buy this. Okay.
Yes.
Can you
So,
explain what it's for? Yeah.
okay, so your next challenge, you are going to grow some kitchen scraps. So this is not coming through very well with the light. This is a carrot that I cut. It's sitting in a cup. And this is from grocery kitchen scraps. So I cut this, I think, a week ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I just took an inch off. I'm trying not to drip this on my computer. So I have an inch off the top where the part where the carrot was growing on the top. It was intact, but I cut the grains off that came with it. And so I could see them growing more. And then after a week, it's got some roots. Not a ton of roots, but it's got some roots. So you want to make sure you're putting the carrot end into the water because that's where the roots are going to grow.
Okay, so, I've got 3 carrots here. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I'm going to cut it around about, so I'm going to make a mark straight away with it. So around about there.
Hold it a little bit higher. Yes. Perfect.
Okay, I cut it now, then it's done. Yeah.
Purple.
Okay. Oh, hang on.
I have cut myself doing stuff live. It wasn't real bad, but I did cut myself making fire salad.
Right, okay, so that's good. So I'm going to eat that tomorrow. So I put it in the book hole, yeah? In here.
Yep.
Right, put it on that. And then do the same with the other one. Okay.
Yep.
So I put 3 of them. So about here.
Yep.
Okay, hang on. Here we are.
Perfect.
And then the other one. And with the other one? The other one is here. Right, about here.
Yep.
Oops. Don't touch your fingers. Okay. Right. Okay. And then now I'm going to move this away from my laptop. I don't want to put water on my laptop. Right. So, so this one is a bit skew. It's not quite straight, actually. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Yeah. So, right. So I put some water. Yeah. And I make sure it doesn't cover it. Is that correct?
Correct. So you halfway up the carrots.
That's probably enough, I think. No, maybe a tiny bit more.
Let's see. That's a little bit too much.
Oh, that's a bit too much.
Yeah, a tiny bit too much.
All right, okay, hang on.
Because when they're on the edge, the water level is going to be higher.
Here we are. So that should be all right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm going to take that today. Obviously, when I grow them, I put that like that to take it back to the kitchen.
Okay.
But obviously, I'll have to remove that if I want the light to go to. Yeah,
Right.
and then so I'll have to get to grow light. Well, hopefully tomorrow, but I need to do my videos first. Get the priority done and priority work done. Yeah, and then grow that. Yeah.
Yes. So you're on your second grow challenge. You're going to be a gardener by next year.
Yeah, but next year, yeah. And then I even mentioned to my dad, I think, or to my stepson, maybe I could have like an allotment or something.
Yeah.
Because after what we discussed about food and all the rest of it, it's we definitely need to look after ourselves.
Yes.
Because what's the name? I was quite taken aback when I was more or less reading an article a week or so when they record those products because
Yes.
of this what do you call it salmonella. Yeah, salmonella. And then I remember when I went to France and I bought some UHT milk, thinking, great, on the way back I'll have my milk. I opened the internet, look at the article, you need to return the milk.
Yeah.
I drank some because I didn't know. It's only
Mhm.
when I went on the net that I saw it. and luckily didn't do any damage, didn't make any damage on me. And then, well, yeah. So here we are. I'm quite happy to carry on having challenging on this. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Roger on his second challenge. If you want to follow along on Roger's adventures and garden challenges, please make sure you like and subscribe. And I will also link Roger's channel down in the description so you guys can see his other videos on his Grow Challenge success. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye-bye.